Good morning. What's up? I'm Christiane Cordero, and this is the 734 from WCCO. Now, most of you are on your way out the door, or maybe you're working from home today. Either way, let's get you started with the weather first. Pretty cloudy this morning. The sunrise was, it felt like it was super late because of the clouds. There were some showers at times earlier in the morning. We expect that to continue through noon, according to Riley O'Connor. And then through the afternoon as well, breezy tonight, drying out 36 degrees. Let's talk about this. We're getting a better sense of how the COVID-19 outbreak will impact our lives. So much has changed in just the last 12 hours. There's the travel ban from Europe to the U.S., the NBA suspending its season, colleges and universities are also making drastic changes, and state health officials are telling people to reconsider hosting larger events. So we've asked this before, but because so much has changed locally, nationally, has anything changed for you? Are you rethinking travel plans? Are you more concerned about attending sports events or large gatherings? Are you on the opposite end of that spectrum of booking flights for later this year because they're so cheap right now? Are you working from home, or can you not work from home? Tell us how you're preparing. Let us know, those watching on Facebook. Leave us a comment. We'll get through a few of those in just a moment. President Donald Trump now taking a strong stance to stop the spread of COVID-19.
To keep new cases from entering our shores, we will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days. The new rules will go into effect Friday at midnight.
Right now, those restrictions do not apply to the United Kingdom, and this is a really important note here. It does not apply to U.S. citizens coming back from Europe, but they will be screened at airports. The president says he also spoke with leaders in the health insurance industry. He says they will be waiving all copays and extended coverage to treat COVID-19. With more cases here in Minnesota, schools are taking precautions. 3 U of M campuses are on an extended spring break this week through next Wednesday, including the Twin Cities campus. 2 others will start spring break next week. And classes, when they do resume, they will continue online, at least until April 1st. The university will also limit fans for all upcoming Gopher home athletic games, allowing just the players, essential staff, credentialed media, and the athletes' immediate family members. Cities like Chicago and Boston have canceled their upcoming St. Patrick's Day parades, but St. Paul is still on, leaving people we spoke with conflicted about which events are worth the risk and which ones aren't.
My instinct is to say, who cares? But I probably wouldn't go. I probably would skip it. It's, at some point the risk to reward is not great enough. I probably wouldn't go in that case, but in general, I'm not really changing anything I'm doing, just washing my hands more.
Yeah, and this goes beyond universities, of course. The health department asked hosts of large gatherings to reconsider how the event is held, if at all. For now, the St. Patrick's Day parade, as I mentioned, in St. Paul is still on. We've heard a lot of that from experts that this is mainly impacting the older generations. That is the demographic most at risk here. Minnesota nursing homes will restrict its visitor access, and the VA announced that it will pre-screen all patients and visitors. We've also learned overnight a Forest Lake couple is still on board a cruise ship in California. Randy Elkin and Kathleen Duchesne tell us that they are among about 500 passengers still stuck on the Grand Princess. There were about 3,500 people on the ship when it docked in Oakland on Monday. 40 of them were from Minnesota. Passengers leaving the ship are being quarantined at military bases around the country. The World Health Organization is now calling the COVID-19 outbreak a pandemic. More than 126,000 cases globally. Italy has more than 12,000. The U.S. has topped 1,300, and at least 38 people have died. This morning, there's some good news out of China, where the COVID-19 outbreak began. The country reported a record low of just 15 new cases. 3/4 of its patients there have recovered. And it could be another brutal day on Wall Street. Trading for Dow Futures was halted because it hit the 5% threshold, meaning trading was stopped to prevent stocks from falling through the floor. The futures are down 1,200 points. Dow is down 20% since hitting record highs in February. We have our first celebrity case of COVID-19. Actors Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson announced that they've tested positive. Several late-night talk shows are pulling their audiences over COVID-19 concerns. That includes The Late Show, The Tonight Show, Trevor Noah's Daily Show. No word yet on West Coast shows, like James Corden, for example, or The Talk. COVID-19 is also affecting upcoming seasons of Survivor, though. CBS says that production for the next season in Fiji is being postponed. The upcoming Olympic Games is the big talk right now. They have said that they're moving forward despite the new coronavirus outbreak. This morning, Tokyo's governor said there's been no change to plans for Japan to host the Games. The flame for the Tokyo Olympics was lit in Athens, Greece this morning, but the public was not allowed to attend the ceremony there. The Games begin July 24th. Moving on now to St. Paul Public Schools. They are on day 3 of their teachers' strike. Leaders from the union and the school district will be back at the bargaining table this morning. Teachers are asking for more funding for special education, bilingual services, mental health counseling, school nurses. The district says the funding is cost prohibitive. Some big news from Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. According to this post on her Instagram, she's now married to Tim Minette. Ilhan writes, got married from partners in politics to life partners. You may remember last year in a divorce filing, the Democratic political consultant's wife alleged Minette was leaving her for Omar. She had denied the two were having an affair. Starting next month, MnDOT is telling travelers to plan for delayed driving to the airport. Road construction on Highway 5 near MSP starts in early April. Work includes rebuilding the road, repairing several bridges and ramps. MnDOT is hoping to complete the 2-year project in just one season and be done in October. Let's get back to today's talker. We're bringing in WCCO's digital guy, Cole. Cole, we're talking about plans that could potentially be changed. What are people saying?
Yeah, we have a lot of people actually participating in the comments. We have Zarita saying she canceled her travel plans. Charlie Smith saying canceled spring break plans to the Bay Area. We have Gwen saying spring break is happening at home now and travel is canceled. We have Brenda saying we just canceled our planned trip to Costa Rica on Monday. So yeah, a lot of people weighing in.
A lot of people saying that they're canceling stuff. Yeah, I think the conversation has shifted a little bit. You know, for so long, which feels like a long time ago, realistically, it was probably just last week. So many people were like, oh, I'm not, you know, I don't fit the profile of somebody who would suffer from this. But now that we're worried about the disease spreading, the virus spreading as quickly as it has, then yeah, that makes sense. Thanks, Cole. Appreciate your help. That's it for now. This is the 734 from WCCO. When most of the Twin Cities are on the go, so go ahead and make us your place for mobile news while you're at it. We'll be back here tomorrow on Friday, 7:34. Until then, enjoy the internet.